All right, so we return. I believe that the party is in the Basmaran embassy in Avency. You have just returned from your meeting with the senator and the magister, who has asked you to, in exchange for protecting your secrets from the regent lord, you have agreed to assassinate the duke.
That's not accurate.
Oh, what was the agreement?
The agreement was that we have to remove the Duke from power. Uh,
This is right. Remove the Duke from power,
right.
yes.
So, or actually, not even necessarily that. We have to break up his duchy. So, as long as he is not the dominant force in the duchies, like he could, if he's still like, I think he still could be like one of the many, but he can't be in danger
As
of becoming.
dominant as he currently is.
Yeah, he can't. We have to remove the possibility of him like getting to the point where he could declare himself Archduke.
This is true, yes.
Yeah. So assassinating him is the easiest way of doing that, and was the suggested way, but it is not required.
I added the fairies in. Everybody's like, no, the exact wording.
I mean, this is what Abel is apparently good at.
But yeah, it is.
I mean, he's
You've proven yourself.
done it multiple times now. Um, so um, I mean, yeah, he's now attuned to that part of Fey kind of sensibilities.
Nice.
All right. But yeah, I know that Al cannot see it, and I don't think Vagabond can see it either because she's not connected to Foundry.
I can see it in
But
my heart.
you can see. Can you see the map of the duchies in your heart?
Yeah.
Okay, where's the Duchy of Brusque located?
North.
You're lucky lots of places have a north.
All right. But yeah, so I think I briefly described it last time. The last time we had this was when I was first moving in, and I was having all those internet problems. So, yeah, and I didn't have time to watch the video that Thur gave me before this started. But this is a map of the duchies. There are lots more actual duchies that are very small. I started to draw them out, and it just started to look really crazy. It's just like dozens of small circles and stuff. So just assume the empty land is claimed by somebody, but of such minor importance that their names are not relevant to information gathering. If there are whatever certain areas that you guys go into, I can name them on the fly or whatnot, but these are the major players. These are also the ones that you were all invited to the party, so you did meet at some point. Uh, of other note is in the south, there is the Bay of Topoli, which is a Corthian port, or Carthian port. That is where the sort of navy forces of Carthia keep patrol over this section of the Inner Cerulean. Uh, and then as well there is the Azure Academy, that is east of the duchies and south of Felmara on a little like weird isthmus peninsula thing next to a large lake, which you guys would know as Lake Glintshore, which is also accompanied by a city for Felmara that is next to the lake on the north side. The Azure Academy is basically where all the wizards in Aventicuum are officially trained and been sent out to the courts and such. So, uh, the only other city of note is Bararis. And I believe that Alina knows why Bararis is on the map.
Mm.
Yeah, were there any questions about the map?
We've never met a court wizard. If they're being trained and sent out, where are they?
You've met quite a few.
We have.
We have met a few, yeah.
I didn't see any magic.
There was one. I'm pretty sure there was one at the party at Abel's family manse.
It's the various elves are the trained wizards. but also there are the. Let me see if I can remember his name exactly. Nobility. You would have met from the Western houses. The Sir Lucius Velicamph IV, the former fiance of Abel's sister, who was also the heir of the Marquis house that he was indebted to, the man who killed Derek Blackbriar. He was a spellblade. He was trained at the Azure Academy. His mother, the surrogate for, well, his biological mother, the surrogate for House Velicamph, was also a wizard trained there. Basically, most of the wizard elves that you've met uh, have connections to the Azure Academy. Probably a few others, but if I dig through the list of these various names, I could find. But yeah. Also of note is that joining your little retinue is the zombie of Alina's mother.
Mm.
It's a bit sad.
Yes. Sure.
Okay. Do we have a specific plan?
Well, I think the big thing to decide is, do we want to go the easy route or the hard route? Eilina, how badly do you want to kill this guy?
Mm.
He did kill your mom after all. Your parents, actually, both of them.
Um, you know, I mean that happens in the duchies, though, unfortunately.
Sure.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be so
Mhm.
honest. My head hurts.
We should challenge him to a duel on a boat.
Well, we can't do it here. Um, so, I mean, yeah, the question is, I mean, we need to remove him from power. He seems like a useful guy. Knows what he's doing. If he's able to conquer a good chunk of the duchies. Like, he's obviously very competent. I'm also wondering if it would make the duchies a good target for bringing into the fold after Lothram, as kind of like a follow-up.
Yeah, it would be really hard to get the entire duchies in. You'd have to try to unite them under one cause.
I mean, it's kind of about reaching critical mass, right? Like, that's why, almost certainly why the Centaur is so worried about Salient, right? Is that he has a real chance of being able to actually, like, unite the duchies and declare himself, I don't know, Archduke? I don't know what that title would look like.
Yeah.
Archduke of the duchies. And then it could be a power, to rival the other kingdoms, maybe even surpass it, considering how much of their energy was previously spent fighting each other. It could be a powerhouse. That's almost certainly why the Centaur is worried about it.
I will note from the discussion, the senator is worried about it, not well, maybe a little bit personally. They phrased it as, this is something that the Regent Lord desires.
Right, yeah. The Regent Lord seems to
Yeah.
have a vested interest in keeping the duchies kind of as they are. Whether that's because he likes having a constant stream of dead bodies from all the warfare, or because he doesn't want them to want to have too powerful of a neighbor. I mean, I guess he's already got Lothram neighboring him and Colmar across the way, but neither of them appear to be very strong military powers, considering that Colmar is currently losing a war to Bosmar. And
Colmar has been conquered by Hinsworth.
Right. That was a recent development, though.
Yes.
Right. So Colmar was losing war to Bosmar, and then Hinsworth decided to conquer the rest of it. So it's probably not a big threat. Although Hinsworth might be. And Lothram was previously losing to the Knolls, so they've got their own problems. So like that leaves the duchies. That's just kind of my thinking about the geopolitics. So the question is then, yeah. So do we want to try and figure out a way to save him, or do we just kill him? That's the first question, I think.
What good would saving him do? Other than having somebody who's obviously a fairly competent leader
I mean,
owing us a bit.
I feel like that's pretty valuable, don't you?
I mean, yes, but I'm trying to make a pros and cons list, not a pro and con point.
Yeah.
And if he's alive, he can atone for what he's done.
That's also a good point.
Do we know what happens if he dies? Like, I know that the actuality of me becoming a baron because I was the closest person when somebody died wasn't reality. But if we kill him, does somebody have to take his place? Are we going to be a baron?
Somebody would have to be a duke, yeah. I mean, that the obvious answer would be to ally with some other duke and try and get them to be the one to do it. But if they're one of the dukes that is currently losing to Salent, they're, kind of by definition not going to be as effective.
Right.
So, I'm just thinking it's worth considering. But if we don't have any brilliant ideas, then we can just fall back to the assassination plan.
To kill him.
Yeah. I mean, another part of this is also aligning with what the princess would like for her geopolitical plan.
It would definitely be a decent idea to run it past the princess. If nothing else, like we need a plan of attack either way. The plan of attack for not killing him seems considerably more difficult.
Yeah. Well, so I guess
kill him, it's go in there and kill him.
The main question we'd probably have for her would be who in the duchies would she want being in charge?
Replacing him.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the next course of action is to go home.
Yeah. Probably.
Check in.
Let her know that we were A, successful in the original plan, and B, have a new plan and need some guidance. Remind me, why are we killing this man?
Because the senator is going to keep the details of how she got her hands on those corrupted weapons we gave her to herself.
Until we kill him?
Well, no, from the Regent Lord, because we don't want to draw the... We ended up deciding we didn't actually want the Regent Lord's attention.
Right, I remember this.
Because he's kind of spooky, actually.
Yeah, he's not great.
Having now seen him in person, he's a little spooky. So I'm going to... Yeah, so we'll leave that problem for later.
Good call.
So yeah, so this kind of neatly dovetails into giving us a next thing to do, except for dealing with Hinsworth conquering Colmar. Are we at war with Hinsworth now? Is that what's happening?
So you haven't been back for your official briefing.
Okay.
But Hinsworth has basically said, we now control all of what used to be Colmar. You are now occupying Hinsworth territory. You need to leave. You don't know what the Basmaran response to that has been. You can infer what you wish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think we need to go and get our marching orders from the princess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I imagine that whole thing is the prince's problem, but we should make sure.
We could sneak
Sounds good to
onto
me.
his boat as he's leaving and duel him on the boat. Be very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably make sure that there's nothing that goes back to the Regent Lord, right? Because like I feel like boarding the boat from Avency is probably gonna,
In disguise.
yeah,
We could pretend to be pirates.
when we're stowing away.
Yes. I want an eye patch.
We could try and do that. If we haven't
I'll
seen
hear
Avency.
whatever you've got going on in the background.
All right.
No worries.
Yeah, so I think our first order of business is to report back to the princess, tell her of our deal that we made, and we didn't have a specific time limit on this, right? Like she didn't give us a
No.
you have to do it within the next 6 weeks or something.
No.
So like we've got time as long as we get to it eventually. I imagine she's not expecting it to happen immediately.
No, especially since you would know that as long as you guys are both in Avency, you're both protected by the Regent Lord's hospitality.
Right.
So, and that lasts until you not just leave the territory, but return to wherever it is you're returning to. So.
Right. Okay, yeah, so that rules out a duel on the boat. I know. We'll figure something out.
All right.
We'll get a duel on a boat.
I will Vagabond, go ahead and make a history check.
Mhm.
Oh man, what a good roll for with just a whim. You would know that culturally, when dukes return from these meetings, they don't sail for two reasons. One, Carthia doesn't necessarily care about that protection thing, and if they've got like a warrant out for a duke's head for XYZ reason, they will execute it. But two, a lot of the dukes, especially the ones in the east, love being able to ride their wagons and escorts through the territory of other dukes in the west with impunity because they know that they're protected by the Regent Lord and show it off. You're fairly certain that Duke Salen is going to be going overland, even if it takes longer to get back to his city. So.
I will say that.
all right. Well, okay. So we got to get him on a boat. We let him go back to his capital. Then we convince him to get on a boat, and then we duel him.
And then we have the boat duel.
Yeah, but it sounds like we're sailing back to meet with the princess, wherever she is right now.
Okay.
Can you like sabotage all the wagons? So he can't go, or so that he chooses to take a different route.
And I meant, well, I feel like that would be violating the Regent Lord's protection as well.
Only if they knew it was us.
Yeah, well, the whole point
I'm just throwing
is
it out there.
the whole point of this operation was to avoid the attention of the Regent Lord.
I mean, if
Anyway,
no
go
harm
on.
comes to them.
I'm just getting my participation points here.
Hmm. So yeah, my plan is to my suggestion for a plan. Tell the embassy to keep a watch on Duke Salient and send a message whenever he's headed back home, so we know when he's gonna be approximately vulnerable. Because I assume we'll know the travel time approximately of getting from Avency to it looks like New Inspara is his capital.
Yep.
So we'll know approximately when he gets there, so when he becomes a viable target. And then we head to meet up with the princess, who is probably still in Lothram, doing diplomacy there.
She was heading back to Norest because of the situation with Hinsworth and Colmar.
Okay.
She was leaving Lothram to you guys, and there's definitely going to be some lag time between what you were able to accomplish here, and you have opened the door for the Lothram unification stuff, but that it's now between the Princess of Basmar and the Prince of Lothram to carry that through. So.
Okay. So yeah, so you report back to her in Norest, and see what we can do about the Hinsworth situation if she wants us to help deal with that, or go after the Duke. I feel like going after the Duke is probably what we'll go for, because we don't want to speed up the Prince's efforts too much, because then he might technically win.
Did I give you guys the information about how Hinsworth took the capital so quickly?
I don't think you did. If you did, I don't remember it.
They hired an Iron Wolves war band.
Or right, with Eilena's brother.
Yes. Okay. So we're good.
Yes. Okay.
So Alina knows where her brother is.
Right.
Yes.
But he's kind of helping us because he's making it harder on the prince.
I mean, yeah, I
From
don't
a certain
think
point of view.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have no indication yet that he knows where Alina is. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys might end up on opposite sides of war. That's gonna suck. We'll try and work that out when we get there.
Yeah, I already had my whole mental breakdown about the potentiality of him not being Gavin because someone else might be Gavin, so we're vibing.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
He's still your brother in this life. Like, I feel like that does hold weight.
It does.
But the
Very much
vibing,
vibing is good.
As you guys are sort of coming to this conclusion, there is a knock on the door, and Alina's mother dutifully goes over and opens it. And the ambassador is there. It's like, yes, Sir Katala, you have a visitor? A Father Spinwidget?
Let him in.
Of course. He leaves. A few minutes later, another knock. The zombie opens the door. Little gnome in Felmarin priest robes just sort of saunters over, and it's like, well. You guys have gotten yourselves into quite the pickle now, haven't you?
there aren't any pickles here. There's no cucumbers.
Fair enough. Sort of looks around and is like, oh, so somehow there has been revealed to some groups at large that one of the subjects of Project Genesis is here in the city. And some of the other research teams would very much like to get their hands on it. Or him. Apologies. Sort of looks over at
Okay.
Phelan.
Kidding. I wonder how that happened.
There are some ears in the Senate and around the Regent Lord, although I can assure you that the Regent Lord is not aware of you. That much I can be for certain. They must listen to my directions on that. But besides that, I don't really have any say over what the research groups do with their human resources, one way or the other. So, we need to get you out of the city without anyone noticing, which means we cannot use the gates.
Okay. Do you have a suggestion?
I do. I have someone who's been an asset, who also happens to be uh, loosely aligned with the interests of Project Genesis, that would be willing to help you get through the walls. But we must leave immediately, and you must get on the boat that is waiting with the envoy with post haste.
So what groups are interested in me?
The other projects.
Could you name them for me?
Uh, at the moment, Starforge, Purity, Phalanx, Aegis.
Oh, jeez. I gotta write these down.
Yeah, right. Hold on.
There would be more, but unfortunately, many of them have run out of funding and personnel in recent decades, and Project Weaver comes to mind. But there are still some who wish to compete with Project Genesis, especially when their success is so evident. Which unfortunately means that, they really want to get their hands on your innards.
So I'm assuming these would be people who run these projects, not my form of, not like me, who was a subject.
Yes, these are the research teams who work for Progress directly, who are what you would consider demons of Progress, although we don't prefer that term for obvious reasons.
Of course. Excellent.
Everyone's
Hold on,
typing. I was correct.
Yeah. And then Weaver was the one in the other city, so.
Right, I was about to say that they're the ones that created the people that our friends whose names escape me at the moment.
Listen, I was just writing down what
Squee.
I heard.
Yep.
Because I heard Third go, and I was
So,
just like, I'm gonna
so
type
that means we know of 6, right? Starforge, Purity, Aegis, Phalanx, Weaver, and
And
Yeah, go ahead and
Genesis,
make it. Go ahead. Anyone who wants to can make an insight check.
All right.
yeah, well,
Oh, Galahadron, he said that in a way where it's just like he just listed off the first couple that came to mind. There's probably a lot more.
Oh.
Well, sounds like it's time for us to go.
doesn't it just?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Collect your things, and I will lead the way for at least I'll accompany you to the outs to the inner wall, but then you will have to follow the guide to the outer one.
Alrighty.
Alright. So, is there anything else in this short timetable that you would like to do besides just collect your things and go?
Definitely tell the ambassador to keep an eye on the Duke and let us know when he leaves. Or send a message, I guess, to the princess when he leaves.
Oh, of course.
Other than that, yeah, I think I'm going to be keeping my eyes out because I don't trust that this isn't an ambush. But I also... It could also be him genuinely helping, I don't know. I'm going to see where it goes, but I'm keeping my eyes open.
Okay. Yeah. And just to be certain, you are also bringing Alina's mother through, right? She is I can assume that she is a fixture of the party moving forward.
Oh yeah.
Or
I
are you
guess.
trying to leave her here?
Oh,
But you have the choice. I just don't want to have to ask you every single time.
Nah, she's coming with.
All right. All right. So yeah, you gather your belongings and you follow the Father Spinwidget out of the embassy. You head in the westernly general direction of the main gate, but you kind of veer off to the side a few blocks uh, until you get to a little alley that juts up against the inner wall of the city. And there is a short hooded figure just sort of tapping their foot, waiting for you to arrive. Spindler's just like, well, here's your guide. He will get you safely through this wall and through the outer one. You're responsible for in between and afterwards.
Mm.
Wish you all the best of luck. Safe travels. Alina, always good to see you.
You as well.
Sort of tips a non-existent hat off of his bald head and just sort of pitter-patters away. Cloaked figure sort of like stops, sort of looks around at you but doesn't take his hood off and is like, all right, is this everybody?
Close enough.
is I look around. Is it? It looks like everyone.
All right, good. All right, everybody hold hands. Single file.
All right.
And he holds out his hand for one person to take.
I'll pick Abel and that guy.
All right. His hand is green. It is a goblin.
All right. I like green.
All right. Everybody good? Everybody got everything? Okay.
Mhm.
Now, don't let go of anyone's hand or else you'll be stuck in the wall. Okay?
Yikes.
Okay. Let's go. And he starts walking towards the wall. And as he approaches it, he touches it with one hand. His hand glows green. The glow spreads across his body as his hand goes through the stone. And as he continues to go through, the green spreads to the rest of his body right before it passes completely through the wall as if it's not there. It starts to run up his arm. Galahadron, do you keep holding on to his hand as his body disappears into the stone?
I was given a simple instruction. Yes, I keep holding on.
The green spreads to you. Your hand reaches the stone, and it goes through as if there's nothing there. Does anyone's character have any issue with this green glow spreading to them?
Does this green look familiar?
What kind of check
Like
do you want to make?
follically familiar?
What kind of check do you want to make?
I don't love to hear that.
Arcana would probably be the best. There's a psionics check.
Yeah, probably.
I think
Kibble's added that as a skill in like the recent compendium thing.
I was like, I have never seen a psionics check before in my life.
You're proficient in it at this point. You can treat psionics the same as Arcana if you want. Go ahead and give yourself proficiency. I think that you at this point have realized that most of what you know of Arcana is actually psionics, but you've also been trying to study Arcana, so I'll give you a free skill proficiency.
That would be plus my proficiency bonus, whatever that is. 3? What's my proficiency
15?
bonus right now?
It doesn't look the same green as like it's not the same green as your hair. It's not the same green that you've seen in like the Queen's hair. The way it glows looks familiar. Usually when magic occurs, the magic just happens. But other wizards have noted that when you do magic, you emit a purple glow. And this is similar to your purple glow, except it's green.
Okay. So
you've also seen the dwarf in Mira's Exotic Goods when they cast like a little healing thing emit a brown glow that is similar as well.
Okay, so either each of us gets our own color, or each project has its own color.
You are free to draw your conclusions from the information given.
Have I ever seen? Does the dwarf have? The dwarf has green hair.
Yes.
Okay, then each of us has our own color.
All right. But otherwise, is everybody passing through the wall?
I mean, you asked if any of our characters had issues with it, and Abel has a lot of
Yeah.
issues, but he's going through with it.
All right.
He's not letting
Do you
go.
want to make a wisdom save? You're the second one to go, and I'm not sure how faithful Abel is in Galahadran.
I'm next to Galahadran, so that's a 19.
You get advantage, man, on wisdom saves. Like you're next to I'll say
fuck us,
Yep.
Abel.
Okay. He steals himself for Galahadran.
right. Passes through. It is not fast going through this wall. It's at like just a walking pace. A few of you feel the need to hold your breath. It lasts for like over a minute. As you come out the other side, it is you just walk through the other side of the wall, and there's this hooded goblin who is just pulling the rest of you along, is not stopping, knows that if he stops to move, you guys might get stuck in the wall, and just keeps on going until everybody pops out the other end.
I don't let go until
looks
he
back.
directs.
No. Once the last person is through, he stops, looks around, takes another head count, and then lets go of the hand and says, "Okay, yep, now we just gotta get to the other wall, and I can get you outside. Just be very careful." And he pulls out, in his cloak, he unfolds a really heavy crossbow and loads a large bolt into it. And it's like, just watch out, there's ghouls everywhere. They're pretty bad.
Are you from a different project?
Hmm?
How did you
No.
do that?
How did I do what? Oh,
Phase
pass
us
through the
through a
wall
wall.
thing. I don't know, it's just, that's what I get to do.
Where did you get your power?
The same place you did. Oh, you don't remember.
I don't
no,
remember.
I'm a green shadow. It's nice to meet Guckins. Holds out his hand for you to shake.
Duckets.
Hello, Guckins.
When was the last time you spoke with Gary?
With Gary? Probably before. I left just after you guys did, because Serene had told me to follow you and make sure that you didn't get killed when she heard you were going to Avency.
Well, that was nice of her. Do you have the ability to contact Celine?
No.
Unfucking believable. Okay. Can you contact Gary? It's been a while since I've spoken with him.
No, I'm just supposed to follow you, and when we get back to Norest, then I'm, get in touch with them. Did you get the thing she sent you for? I didn't go into that weird hole place underneath the city. That was really creepy. I don't want to go down there.
Did I get the thing Celine sent me for?
Oh, I don't know what it was. She said you were going to get something.
Okay, out of character. Was I going to get something?
I mean,
you remember the hangover style clues that you left yourself?
Ah, yes. I don't actually remember. It's been a long time since we played. Did we get it? I don't think we did.
No, we failed.
No, I did not get what we came for.
No. Okay, well, I don't know what to do after that. Let's just get you to Norest, and Celine will sort it all out.
Is Celine going to be at Norest?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, who is this guy?
This is one of the guys that was working with
Guck.
Gary.
Guck.
This is Guckins. I remember him because that's the coolest name I've ever heard in my life.
It is a pretty sweet name, yeah.
It's amazing. What is it? You know what? We can talk on the way to Norest.
Okay.
Are you getting on the boat with us?
Do you want a special? Do you want a better?
I'll probably get on the boat.
Do you want a better crossbow bolt than that one? if we're showing off our powers.
This one is fine.
I mean, I can make one out of force.
Okay, but this
Might
one,
hit a little harder.
like, this already saved your life the other night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That looked like it was gonna be very bad, by the way. He was about to bite your neck open or something. It was weird.
I was into it. Let's go, Guck.
Oh, in that case, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I didn't know I was going to die. Let's go.
Oh well. All right. So, as you work further into the city, you hear the sound of various scampering ghouls and such. This is going to be a montage test. What are we doing to get safely through this undead-infested city? Individually, the undead are just like zombies and ghouls, not really much threat to you. The problem is that there's probably, millions just wandering around in the city. So.
Wasn't... So when we were on our way here, weren't the roads lined with guards?
With people that would probably report that you're trying to leave and kidnap
Sure.
Phelan, yes.
Yeah, there is that.
Let's see. I mean, is there a way we could disguise ourselves as some kind of force that the ghouls wouldn't mess with as much, or if we get spotted, at least from a distance, we'll look like we're supposed to be here?
We need 3 successes to get through. You let me know what you guys are trying.
I think we should just whack around a few of them at approach, and the rest will get the message.
I don't think that's how undead work.
No, just
What's the rooftop situation?
There's rooftops.
Okay. What's on them?
It's a pretty densely packed city. You're not high enough up to like see what the actual tops of the roof light are, but there's like very dense alleyways and such. You want to try scampering everybody just walking along on the rooftops instead?
It's not a bad idea.
At least look and see what's up there.
Okay, go ahead. If somebody wants to give me, what kind of check do you want to make for that? Athletics?
Probably. For climbing up onto the...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. For certain parts of the run, you're able to find some stairwells or like partially collapsed buildings and crawl on top of them, and you're able to do a decent trek of the journey just hopping along the rooftops while just there's a few zombies at the bottom just like looking up at you like it's a game of Minecraft, just unable to get to you. Yeah, you're able to get a decent way through the city for doing that before you hit some major thoroughfares that provide gaps that are too long to sort of jump over. So yeah, that's one success.
Can I make a bridge?
Go ahead and make a psionics check. As you get to one of these thoroughfares, yeah, it's probably the biggest thing you've made. You're not able to hold it for long, but you are able to hold it for long enough to everybody to get across. Yeah. It's a
Nailed
big glowing purple bridge over the middle of the thoroughfare. The zombies look very disappointed. They feel like they've been robbed. It does draw the attention. There is now a much denser swarm of ghouls and zombies that are following you along from the ground level as you get closer and closer to the wall. What else are we doing?
Could we try and like lose them, stealth away from them, from the big horde? I've got stealth I can use. Can sneak, try and get their attention away from us.
Do you want? So I think a stealth thing would be more of like a group thing, but if you want to create like a distraction or something,
I mean, I could try and deceive them that we're going a different way.
How would you do that? To these mindless, mindless ghouls.
We would use the bird, wouldn't we? Would Gus?
We could make the bird something not a bird.
Gus can lead the horde away. How far
Will
away?
this be Big Gus or Little Gus?
This would be Big Gus. Little Gus is too small.
Okay.
But yeah, we can use Big Gus and make him into not a bird and have him run somewhere else.
I'm not sure how I would be able to use your construct to deceive them, though.
Yeah.
I feel like that would
Yeah.
be. It would have to be you making.
Kind of want
a
to check from someone else besides
Yeah.
Marrow and Phelan. I like the idea of a distraction. You just need to describe what the distraction is for me.
Yeah. I mean, I've got. Let me check my inventory. I'm pretty sure I've still got stuff like explosives I could set up. That might. Yeah, I mean, I've got some simple explosives I could set up that might like make some big noise. Like they set them up behind us on a timer, and then they blow up and distract the zombies.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me whatever check you want for that. That can be. It feels like more of a Tinker's Tools check or something like that, or an Alchemist check. Or do you think that counts for deception?
I mean, it could be either.
Okay, your call.
I'm gonna go with deception because maybe we can make it look like there's people there or something. Put a shirt so that they think they see the shirt.
Put a shirt over the explosive.
That's right. This is a person. They come and eat it, and then.
A shirt on a stick in the wind.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So we put the explosions in one house, and then we put like a scarecrow thing in the house behind it in the other direction. So they see those people, and the scarecrow, and they think it's a person, and they're trying to get at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a deception. There you go.
They totally fall for it.
As you reach the edge of the wall, you time your explosions and other sort of distractions to go off, and it buys you just enough time to scamper down to the base of the wall. Guck holds out his hand again. It's like, okay, quick, take my hand. And he grabs it and he leads you through at a bit quicker pace this time. Who's last in line?
I am.
All right. As the rest of the party sort of goes through the wall ahead of you, you hear scampering behind you. You look back, and a mob of ghouls are careening down the roadway. A few of them smoking with shrapnel in their faces, and they are just barely a leaps away as you disappear into the stone wall, and you hear everybody else hears soft thuds behind you, as if it's like loud slaps, like you're underwater and somebody did a cannonball above you. Yeah.
Close
and
one.
Guck extradites you to the outside of the wall. You see you see the road that leads to the harbor. Off to the distance, you're in the dead forest surrounding the city. And yeah, you have escaped Avency without the notice of any of the guards or factions out to get you.
Woohoo!
That was a close one. Everybody here? Everybody here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a boat?
I mean, that's your job. I don't have a boat.
Are you taking the boat back with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I got here.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we have a boat, Abels?
I look around. Are we at a dock?
You know that the harbor is west of here, and that is where Rebecca said that she would meet you later today to take you back to Bosmar.
Well, let's head there.
She offered you guys a trip. You guys didn't respond to her with a time. You didn't have enough time to before you left.
Yep. Well, let's go meet up with Rebecca then.
All right.
Sounds like a good plan as any.
Yeah. You guys make your way to the harbor. You ask around, there's a boat waiting. You ask around, it will be departing for Bossmar later this afternoon. Rebecca has not yet arrived.
Let's get Phelan aboard and below decks, out of sight,
Woohoo!
and probably all the rest of us as well.
As you guys are having this conversation with the harbor master, you guys look around and Guck has disappeared.
Well, I guess he's proven he can make his own way. He knows which boat we're on, right? So
Could be on the boat right
Yeah.
now.
could be on the boat right now. Let's get you on the boat.
Nice. Jump on the boat.
All right.
Do you want to have a pretend boat duel? Can practice.
Yeah. Boat sparring.
A few hours later, as evening is kind of approaching, a carriage pulls up, and those who are keeping an eye out will see that Rebecca exits, looking a bit sort of crestfallen. Walks up the gangplank. Who is keeping an eye out for her? Like, what is everybody doing? I assume Phelan's below deck somewhere. What's everybody else doing?
I think Alhadrin and I are having practiced boat duels on the top deck.
That's what it's called now, huh?
Oh.
Anyway, and
As
Abel,
they say in San Francisco, practice boat duels.
Abel will definitely be keeping an eye out for her because she's a friend.
Okay, yeah, you see that she is coming up the walkway onto the boat, and she sort of stops as she sees you and looks very confused. And it's like, "Oh, Abel, why, I did not know where you had gone. The ambassador said that you were leaving, but I had heard nothing. The guards at the gates hadn't seen you. Is everything all right?"
Yeah, I mean, we just were really raring to go, so we left. And
Let's get a deception check.
we just been waiting for you.
Yeah. Okay. She just sort of looks at you. So, well, I guess you're here. I would have appreciated if you would have let me know that you wanted to leave earlier. I would have made my way here sooner, and we could have departed. But
Oh no,
well,
no, we wouldn't dream of that. It's just, Galahadron was really feeling down about the no plants, and I thought, seaweed's kind of like a plant. Maybe that would cheer him up.
Is sort of a plant.
You guys look over the ocean. There is no seaweed or any. There is
Yeah.
no. There is the ocean usually has a very particular smell. This is me personally of like you can smell the sea life that's sort of like dying and rotting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There is less smell of dying and rotting sea life, which is even more disturbing than the rest of the city smelling a bit like death. Like the lack of things to die is disturbing in its own right.
Right. Well, that turned out to be a bust, but he did discover a love of boat duels, so we were just, having a good time here.
Oh, is that what they're calling it these days?
I don't know what else you would
Doesn't
call
get
it.
old.
Well, I'll speak with the captain. We shall be on our way post haste back to Bosmar. All right, and she goes off, and within the hour, the ship is unmoored and is sailing away up north, headed for which one? Headed for Trentham. Yeah.
Okay. So as we're sailing away, Abel would like to have a conversation with Galahadrin after the boat duels. Right. So Galahadrin, you
Yes.
promised that you would take me to see my sister,
Yes.
and you have done so.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
I guess I hold your oath fulfilled. Do I need to formally? I was kind of
Oh.
subtle about it, but I'm just going to explicitly state it so we all know for the record.
Yeah.
You fulfilled
No.
your oath.
I fulfilled it.
You did.
High five.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
I understand the joke.
So yes, I'm going to mark that oath off of Galahadrin's list of oaths that he needs to fulfill.
All right.
Well, I was going to grill Guck for information, but Guck
I
is
mean,
gone.
you can make a perception check, see if you can find Guck.
I don't have high hopes, but I certainly will. Fucking A.
Not only do you not find Guck, you notice that every day that goes by, a bit more of your food is missing.
I fucking hate these people.
It seems that now that he knows that you knows he's there, he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna. That looks tasty.
I'll help Phelan's egg salad sandwiches and stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything else that people want to do while on the boat?
Definitely thank Rebecca for putting up with our bullshit.
No, that is appreciated, Abel. It was very. I hadn't been to one of those events before. It was very fun to have Galahadrin's company there. He was definitely the life of the party, so I do appreciate that. You can hold our deal fulfilled. I will no longer meddle in your affairs. Friends, and she holds out her hand.
Of course. To the end.
Good. Well, let's not be too
Correct.
hasty.
Okay. I will mark that oath off of his sheet as well.
So when we return to Norest, what are you and your plans there? I assume meeting back up with the princess, discuss whatever that craziness going on with Colmar and Hinsworth is, I imagine.
Yes, I'll be eager to know more about what's happening, and what her take on it is. It really could be a big problem, but I would really like to see the Lothram situation resolved first, of course.
Oh, yeah, the Lothram. I heard some scuttlebutt that some of the senators have been sort of convincing or pressuring some of the Marquis of Lothram to accept a certain marriage proposal from the princess. Congratulations are preemptively in order, maybe?
Well, in
It
politics,
is just a rumor.
it is just a rumor, but it would be a very joyous occasion if it were to take place, and I certainly hope that it does.
Indeed, indeed. Sounds like you all were quite busy there. Well, I hope you enjoyed your trip. I know that Avency isn't necessarily for everyone, but I hope that you were able to appreciate some of its more finer details.
It was certainly an enlightening experience.
And I see you even brought a souvenir home with you, and she points at Alina's mom.
Well, yes, that's yeah, I believe Phelan is the one who got that. Although it's not quite as simple as a souvenir.
Oh? Oh. Well, I thought that you had sort of earned the favor of Duke Salient for some reason or another, and is there something...
I lean
Oh,
over and I go, "That's my mom."
Oh, okay, that fits Duke Salen's humor a bit more than that. Although he did seem rather gracious about whatever you helped him with. He had nothing but good things to say when others asked you about your your previous relationship and history in the duchies. Not sure how much of it was true, but I didn't hear any bad things that were said about you, Alina.
It's very old history, and I let it go.
I can imagine, but I'm just trying to share with you what I have heard in terms of gossip from the various senators' attendants and such. I'm not
I
sure
do
how useful
appreciate
that
it.
is for you, but that is my job. Uh, yeah. Otherwise, she keeps to herself for the rest of the cruise. Doesn't really bug you guys unless you guys bug her.
I mean, I'd
No.
like to make a point of including her
Yeah,
in the
me as
parts
well.
in the parts of the journey that can be enjoyed inclusive with her.
She graciously accepts and very quickly wants to have a lot more time to herself at the back half of the voyage.
Yeah,
You
because you're
Fair
guys
enough.
annoying
are
as
a bit much.
fuck.
What, she doesn't like Feywild strip Jenga?
Not necessarily when she kind of made a promise to not to do anything for the one person in the group she's really interested in. So that's kind of just like, oh, there's no winning for me here. I'm going to go read a book. Well,
Take a nice cold shower.
there is no running water on this ship.
Well, hang off the
Running
side of
water
the boat.
is beneath the ship.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys are on the boat for about 7 days. Pretty smooth sailing. It arrives in Trentham. And Rebecca will be like, well, I am going to take a few days of vacation, just enjoy Trentham for a while. I wasn't able to stay here very long on our previous stop, so please feel free to go on without me. Yeah.
Yes, I believe we'll be moving on fairly quickly. Um, Out of character, right? I have friends in the city, right? I'm trying to remember their names. I specifically think I told the ruler of the city I would drop in on her next time I came in,
Yes.
didn't I?
Yes, you did, which you did not do when you were previously through here because you had to head to Avency so quickly.
Yeah. But I mean, is there enough time for me to like stop by the like ruling palace and make your
Yeah,
introductions?
that would be Countess Tiffany von Eupen.
Yes. So I'll drop in on her and be like, look, we're just passing through. It's lovely to see you. We wanted to say hello. Chat for a little bit until our boat is ready to go. Here's my good friend Rebecca. You should show her a good time.
Oh, of course. Hello, Rebecca. I believe that we've met before. You're the envoy to Avency. I do not have many high-class female voices. I am sorry. These women are going to sound so much like each other.
That's okay. We can all imagine.
My femme spectrum is very narrow. Who would have thought?
Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, the Countess will be like, oh, well, do you not have time to stay for dinner? Are you in a rush?
Well, he's with
Imagine you must be with all that business with Colmar and Hinsworth.
yes. We thought it best to report back to the princess as quickly as possible. We should have time for like depending like I guess I would know the boat schedule. Does the boat schedule allow time enough for us to stay for dinner?
Go ahead and what kind of check would you like to make for that?
Just investigation, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Just intimidation, investigation. There it is.
You probably have time to for an hour or two before a regularly scheduled barge for the evening is set to pull out. The gardens are huge. Like last time you were here, you spent like 4 hours wandering the gardens, and
Mhm.
you're not sure if you saw all of it. And she had invited you to take a look at her personal
Personal, private.
parts of it.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
would probably
So
have
if
to wait, but we
yeah.
could have a lunch in the garden or something.
Oh, of course, yes. Let me get some refreshments for everybody. And where you? I assume since you're with Rebecca that you just came back from Avency. How was that? Tell me all about that. I've been there once when I first assumed my office as sort of a show myself to the court a bit. Didn't really get to meet anyone as interesting as I would have. Well, not of interesting in ways I would have hoped, if you know what I mean. They're all a bit. No offense, Rebecca. She's like, oh,
Yes.
none taken, none taken.
Um, yeah, so I would be like, well, it was quite fascinating. You obviously know, having visited the city, and kind of know the basic layout. We visited the cathedrals, of course, saw the museum and the sites as they were. We ended up actually at a very interesting party held by one of the senators, and were
Oh,
able
were
to.
you at the Remembrance Day ball?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, you so. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Rebecca, how as I feel. I know that we're not very close, but I feel a bit chagrined. And Rebecca just kind of like shrugs and is just like, I don't know you, bitch. What are you talking? She's like, oh, how was that? I heard that those are the most just magnificent, just luxurious balls that can be thrown on a Aventicum, but they put anything that has been held in Norest to shame.
It was quite fancy. I guess I'll describe it. I want to kind of like be jazzing up Rebecca to her,
Mhm.
right? I'd be like, "Hey, you did a big favor for me. I'm trying to like get you
Yep, yep.
connections in the city, kind of thing." Um,
Uh, let's do a persuasion check as
okay.
you tell this story.
Where's my persuasion?
Yeah, she is enthralled by the description of just all the lavish, the luxury. She seems especially riveted by what you describe as like the words, kind of like as you're telling the story, just kind of like something else takes hold of you, and you describe this very far away vision that you had of the Regent Lord
Right.
in incredibly flowery tones of like praise and sort of just like glory and stuff, that as you finish telling them, you realize two things. One, that felt more like a compulsion than what your actual thoughts for the matter were, which scares you a bit.
Yeah.
But two, that sort of like impression goes on to Tiffany, and she is just enthralled by it. She's like, oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Rebecca, please, the next opportunity you get, I would do so many favors for you if you were able to get me to one of those balls. Uh, and Rebecca just smiles and is just like, oh, well, I will see what I can do. That was a special favor for Sir Galahadrian and Sir Katala, after all, for the members of the retinue for the royal family. But, oh, of course, my dear, I will see what I can do for you, and just go there. But as you finish your story, just that thought that the end flourish of it wasn't necessarily of your own free will kind of chills you a bit.
Hmm. I need to get closer to Galahadrian. Galahadrian could protect me.
Mm-hmm.
I also might need to make. I feel the urge to make a tinfoil hat. I don't know what tinfoil is, and I don't know why it would make a good hat in the situation. But I feel like I need one.
But yeah, she enjoys your recounting of it. She brings out a bunch of different, like, like it's not a full dinner. They didn't have time, but like a lot of like little sweets and pastries and such, just to enjoy before uh your your barge is ready to sail back up the Norest.
Yeah, like an
Uh,
afternoon tea kind of thing.
yes. Uh, is there anything else that anybody wanted to say or do while we are briefly in Trentham?
I would like to see if I can glean any more information than what was in the letter about the stuff going on in Colma.
Oh, so as sort of the talk of the ball subsides and it gets more down to business, she's like, oh, yeah. So what I have been able to glean, As I am not part of the Swords or Shields faction, I have not necessarily been involved in the discussion for what to do for either side of either the princesses or the prince's faction. Uh, but from what I have heard, it seems very unlikely that the Spears are willing to give up the territory they have gained in Colmar. But there is some hesitation for whether or not they would be able to muster the force necessary to resist Hinsworth, especially since not only is Hinsworth's army rather large, they don't have a large standing army, mind you, but the various lords have contributed a large amount of force. But they also have, for one reason or another, been able to roll the existing Colmar army into their forces as well. So in many ways, it is as if Hinsworth has joined the war on the side of Colmar, despite Colmar no longer existing. Uh, there are fears that they might try to push back not only to the Velix River, but potentially beyond that if they're able to gain enough momentum. As far as I know, no actual blows have been met between the Bosmaran forces and Hinsworth. The Colmar army has retreated to some of their strongholds to sort of regroup and reorganize. But yes, that is what I know of the conflict at the moment. There's probably more details being discussed in Norest. Sorry,
No,
I don't know
think
more than that. It's not really as looped into that conflict as some others would be.
No, it's all right. Thank you. Any information I can glean will do me good.
Yes, that is some dreadful business there, but we shall see. There is still some debate over whether we should attempt to hold on to that territory if it risks a larger war, but well, we shall see. I have been hearing some other rumors about Lothram, though, which, judging by the timing of your return, you guys might have had some sort of hand in. I won't say more if I shouldn't, but yes.
Well, we did meet a lot of senators at that party.
I imagine.
So, I make no promises as to the future, but my hopes are high.
That is good to hear. We do a lot of business with Lothram, and it would be very beneficial if there was a closer relation between the two.
Yes, free trade and all that.
Yes, of course. And I also, what was I doing here? Oh, I have so many fucking folders. I also heard the unfortunate news about Castellan von Varrock as well. Heard that you guys were all at that battle and were able to win the day there. Yes, he was a good friend of my father's. It is sad to see his passing, but I am at least able to tell you that the new Castellan Ashwind is doing very well for herself at the time. Her men have fallen behind her, and there are no issues with her succeeding her husband. So I'm not sure if that was a concern to any of you, but there's some new blood in the nobility now.
I didn't. Wait a minute. Which one was Ashwind? I'm trying to remember out of character.
Castellan Sar von Varrock was the guy who the
big orc guy,
blood
right?
gargle killed while trying to defend the Lothram guy. His wife was the young elf wizard, and I'm not sure if this is news to you, but they were apparently officially married and not just a surrogate, and she has now taken over as castellan
Okay.
of his lands.
Okay. Cool. I was slightly confused then. Yeah. Okay, cool. That clears things up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the sort of pertinent information. She'll gossip for hours, but it's getting time for your guys' boat to depart. So.
Yep.
And I'd be anxious to head back with all the stuff going on.
All right. Yeah. So you guys get in the barge. Travels upriver. I'm not sure if there's anything that you guys would like to stop along the path for. It does go through your Uncle Chelton Castle's lands, but I'm not sure if that's important at the moment.
I mean, I don't know that we need to. Would we need to stop there, or?
No, there's nothing pressing. It's just
Okay.
just letting you know.
Okay. And we don't have Rebecca with us to schmooze with, so.
No. And it is also a barge and less a ship.
Yeah.
Phelan, go ahead and make a perception check.
What happened to my mouse? There it is.
That's why.
Well-
You don't see Guck on the barge. But like a few days into your trip, you had like saved one of the pastries from the Countess. You're pretty sure that you haven't eaten it, and it's gone.
Delightful. I hate this fucking goblin.
No.
You've got to do it back to him.
I
Become
don't
the,
have it.
the
I can't see
purple
anything he
shadow.
can steal.
Focus on
I
melting.
think they're all green shadows. Is that what he said? Green shadows.
Yeah.
I think that's the name of their crew.
I thought it was because he could
What
kind of
did
melt
I
into
name
green.
them? What did I name them? Where are they? Oh my god, I have so many friggin' folders. It's the updates to Foundry that get me, because updates will shift around where your folders are sometimes. Oh, there we go. That's where. Emerald Shadows. The Emerald Shadows.
Emerald shadows.
But yeah. If there is nothing that anybody would necessarily like to do during the trip, which if you guys have suggestions, let me know. Then you will arrive in Norest. You departed from Aventicuum on the 6th, and you would arrive on the 21st.
That was a long trip.
It's a long trip, yeah. All right, you arrive in the city. Where are we going? What are we doing?
Check and see if Selena's there.
I will say, Guck says it with his accent. It is Serena. It is an R. I just can't.
Right, Serena.
I mean, I would be going straight to report to the princess. I imagine that Eileen would want to come with me.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so one group going to the princess, the other. Where are you looking for Serena? And is anybody going with Phelan?
I mean, I can go with them and then find Serena on my own.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know if we're all going to see the princess, or
yeah, let's all go see the princess.
Okay. We are all going to go see the princess. you guys get to the castle and sort of announce yourselves. The guards let you in immediately. It's like escort you up to the princess's chambers, where she is busy going over some. She's got a quill in her hand, writing on some parchment. Just sort of looks up. It's like, oh, Alina. No, please, sit. Alina, Abel, good to see you, Sir Galahadron, Marrow, Phelan. It is wonderful. And you have a new helper. I see you brought a souvenir back from Avency.
My lady, I would like you to meet my mother.
Oh, that's horrible.
Isn't it just?
It is just horrible.
Alina, is there anything that I can do to help you with this immediate situation? Or is this kind of you're dealing with it yourself and I don't want to be callous, but there are important matters to discuss, but I don't want to sweep that particular piece of information under the rug.
My lady, I will be all right. We have many things to discuss with you as well.
Okay, good. I didn't want to be dismissive of that. Please sit. And she has some refreshments brought in, and it's like, so, just first off, before you give me your update, I will say that the negotiations with the Marquis of Lothram have turned about dramatically, thanks to some influence from many senators, and I assume that I have you all to thank for that. So very much well done, beyond my wildest expectations. I am corresponding, and she holds up a letter with the prince now, and well, we will see what Tristan von Lothram says to the arrangement. Thank you. This is very well done.
I must give credit where credit is due. It was mostly Abel and his incredible ability to maneuver such circumstances.
I'm hiding behind Galahadron.
Where'd he go?
Well, don't be modest, Abel.
Do not let him be shy about it.
No, but thank you. It's I will have a reward brought to your rooms. This more than my gratitude for a job well done, above and beyond what I asked, and it was very fortuitous timing, especially considering how my brother's attempts to win bargain have sort of flipped on themselves completely. So there's been a large change of fate within the last month. Did you hear anything from any sort of delegates from Hinsworth or Colmar while you were in Avency? Like, is there any new information that you have for me in regards to that?
My lady, I think something that I should bring up and is very important and may help. I don't actually know if she knows this or not. So, the man who took over is in fact my brother.
The man who took over what?
What was the letter again? Please remind me. It's been 800 years.
It's the leader of the Iron Wolves, or whatever their name was, like the mercenary faction that's kind of leading the charge that they hired.
That.
So you found your brother.
A full family reunion.
Almost. I'm missing my dad. He's probably still in service.
We fair, your mom's in service.
Ayo.
I mean, realistically, can we lay her to rest? Like, is that a thing that happens within our culture?
Within Alina's culture, no. Within Alina's culture, a body that is just laid to rest is a body that is completely wasted, which is why Alina's probably going to be a bit more aside from the familial inclusions, might be a bit more comfortable with it than everybody is assuming. For the rest of you, the practice of animating the dead to serve as, like, labor and such is not deeply ingrained in Bosmar, but it has been spreading due to the influence of Avenci. There are some factions who look down upon it, but since it's legal property of somebody else, like, there's very few people who are going around, like, buying back the zombies to put them to rest. Like, when they die, it's priests who resurrect them who do the proper rites so that their soul is, like, properly protected on its way to heaven to serve the Trinity, or be rewarded by the Trinity, or whatever the soul's done. The concept of the self is more tied closer to the soul than the body is, so that, like, it's the soul is taken care of. There is no desecration of, like, a holy individual that is happening with raising a zombie. It's just not as a practice that is really done as much in Bosmar.
Right.
But it is spreading, and it's not, like, completely culturally unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
So but in practice, it is usually people who in life need money, so it's called a body mortgage. They are given a lump of money in exchange for having a rune placed on their body that when they die, puts enough animation into the corpse to walk to the nearest church to be turned into a zombie.
Right.
So it's usually the poor people who are turned into it, so there's not, like, a huge, like, if they, I'm not sure if you would have heard of anybody who, like, bought back their parents to bury them properly. They probably couldn't afford it. So
yeah, so it's probably still weird, but we're all probably pretty, like, I guess this is happening now, kind of thing.
It is a faux pas. It is not blasphemy.
Yeah. Okay.
And Alina also grew up with, like, most of the help were zombies. Like, she grew up in the duchies.
Yeah. Man, we've been
her
joking about.
Her parents did this to other people's parents. So
Yeah.
Right, she mostly thinks this is funny.
Whoa.
she's probably enjoying everybody else being aghast at it.
I mean, it's kind of funny
She
that
is indeed.
we've been making all these jokes about, like, oh yeah, they're from the duchies, and in this instance, it's like, oh no, they're from the duchies.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I mean, I was kind of wondering why Eilina wasn't reacting more strongly to that, but I guess that makes sense from that perspective.
Yeah.
It's just one dead mom.
Right. Yeah. Just a
But
dead
it's
mom.
yours.
Yeah, she died when I was 13. A while ago. Also, it's kill or be killed out there.
It sure is.
It's also, as she notes, like, how long ago it was her mom probably died, the zombie has been taken care of. It was given to you, it was wearing finery at the ball, it was given to you in fine clothes. It is still largely intact and, like, well maintained. Like, it hasn't, like, the face hasn't rotted away. It's been well made. It was not treated disrespectfully. Like, this wasn't, you don't get the feeling like he had her mother at the ball as, like, a way to show off that it's like, oh, look at how I'm, like, desecrating somebody's parent. It's just like, no, this is one of my best and well preserved zombies. I'm putting my best foot forward here. So
Here's your mom.
Now,
Enjoy.
Now, if he had disrespected her corpse, that she would have taken umbrage with.
yeah.
So okay, I get it. I think I get it. It is funny.
Do you want to
He
make
honored
any, like,
my mom
Yeah.
after her conquest,
Right.
like her loss.
It's kind of like a worthy foe
She
kind of
failed.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like the hunting cultures that honor the kill.
if you want to make, like, insider history checks as well, just for some additional insider history into it, feel free.
I think that was enough. I was just wondering how big of a problem it was to solve in actuality. And it sounds like it's not actually a problem.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's as much a problem as you guys want to make it. Which is the tagline for D&D.
Okay. Well, she's okay with it. I'm okay with it. Let's deal with the geopolitics then.
Yes. So as for that, so Lothram looks very good. That's promising. My brother requested, he is in a meeting now with some of his with the Marquis Velicanth and some of the other members of the Spear faction, trying to, as well as with my grandfather and some of the Royal Army leaders, and they are attempting to pin down the exact response they wish to have. And my brother did ask that as soon as you returned, to let him know, which I have not done yet.
I mean, that's fair. We did just get here. What do you want us? We are sworn to you. What do you want us to do?
She's just sort of like steeples her fingers and sort of looks puzzled, or like looks deeply meditative for like much longer than you would have expected her to not respond to. Abel, I know that you have probably been out of the loop for a while, but there are complications to the current situation. Because it is, for some reason, common knowledge that the leader of the Iron Wolves was, before his marriage to the captain of that squad, formerly a member of House Katala.
Okay. So
She sort of looks at you,
they think there's some
asking
conspiracy.
you to put the pieces together yourself.
They think there's some conspiracy here. People make aspersions.
I don't believe that you or Lena have done anything untowards. But unfortunately, my brother did point out how the Spear faction's efforts in Colmar have been impeded by the collapse of House Whitewater, who immediately afterwards joined a warband for the Royal Army underneath the sister of one of the Iron Wolves, who then took Colmar. There have been no formal accusations made, but there have been whispers of how that looks to some.
There's certainly, I could understand the appearance of impropriety.
If he really wants people to notice, it should be more than a whisper.
I wish they did not notice, Galahadran. So, what further complicates things is that my brother and I have been very good about making sure that our people do not interfere with the other factions. The last thing that we want is to spark a civil war, which is the entire purpose for our agreement. And so anything that fuels any disagreement between the factions, we have been able to avoid for the most part. I do not know how to do that for this one in a way that doesn't throw you or Alina under the bus. No, they don't have buses. Under the cart.
Right.
Sorry.
I was gonna let you have it.
No,
Yeah.
no, don't.
She says something else that's equivalent, yeah. So let me consider. I mean,
Well,
certainly.
while you were thinking, let me type in what the names that they know of this band of Iron Wolves to be.
Okay.
When you do that, I feel like I'm about to have a stroke of some sort.
Because of
In real life, or because of something in the campaign?
No, you. Every time you're like, I'm gonna type it out. I'm like, it's something big. We have to pay attention. My brain is
Oh
very
no,
sleepy.
this is just I'm giving you names.
right. Canon. So
Or Core Throat Puncher is so good. Shut up. The whole campaign's about him now. Nope. He's all I've ever cared about.
So I'm guessing Adion is Ailena's sister.
Adion is my brother.
Or
Yep.
Ailena's, yeah. So I mean, they know that the collapse of House Whitewater is because of my uncle's own misdeeds, right? That's public.
Yeah. Yes.
And
the person who killed your uncle was like of House Velicanth. Like you did not kill your uncle.
Right.
So
I just created the conditions where he would be killed.
Yeah.
And then Ailina has not been in contact. I guess there's not really a good way to prove that she hasn't been in contact with her brother in years.
She has been very vocally trying to get in contact with him for a while.
Yeah.
But that should, in fact, prove
that you don't have contact with him, yeah.
Correct.
Well, I mean, so I guess
there's been no hard evidence brought against you, but you are a very convenient vent for the frustrations.
Mm-hmm. I
worry that your recent success in Avencian Lothram will only make this worse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, sounds like they need to get good, Scrub, but
Truly?
I don't say that in character. I mean, it certainly sounds like they're not able to succeed and are looking for someone to blame. And like you said, we do make a very convenient target.
I would not disagree with that analysis, no.
So, I mean, I'm more than happy to help them with their Hinsworth problem. Once you've won your bet, but
she sort of nods her head, just like, "Oh yeah, if only."
Yeah. I mean, I would offer to help, but that would only put me in a position to sabotage them more if I really wanted to. Right? I think the best thing for it would probably be to say that we should be as far away from this as possible, preferably busy with something else, which I do have a task that we could go and do and keep us far away from this whole business, if that's how you want to play it.
Oh, what is this task?
Well, in our discussions with the senators, we did sort of promise them a favor, that we would take down one of the dukes in the duchies.
Okay. Which... I'm trying to think of what dukes I know in the duchies.
It's
I haven't met any personally. I do know some of their names.
yes, it's Duke Salient.
Oh, yep, no, that's one of them. The most powerful duke in the duchies.
That's right. You know, something to keep us busy.
Huh. I'm not sure... Well, you made the promise. Out of above table, does she know that Galahadrin has to, if you told her that he's compelled to fulfill oaths, or is this just
I don't.
she's still in the religion where you keep your word, but
I don't think that we've explained that.
okay.
Specifically, I mean that he's any more bound to his oaths than a normal person would be. But he also did not make that guarantee.
Yeah.
So it is not listed as one of his oaths that he needs to fulfill. So it's just an extension of him serving in Eilena's warband.
Yeah. So she will say it's how strongly did you make this promise?
I mean, there's nothing that has to do with your business that's contingent on fulfilling it, and we weren't given a specific timetable. So we are at liberty
Well,
to
that's good.
plot that as methodically as we need to ensure success. I was hoping that it might.
How confident are you that you could even pull that off? Because I imagine this is a man who has assassins after his head almost daily.
I would imagine so, yes. But we have somebody that he seemingly has an interest in.
Oh! So it looks at Alina, looks at the zombie. Is that how was I guess she was a gift. That would explain who the gift was from.
Yep, you got it. So that's one angle we could play. If we're trying to unite all of Avency anyway, then we do need to get the duchies on board one way or the other. So I was wondering if you had any plans on making inroads into the duchies, any favored dukes or contacts?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No,
right.
I was purely planning to... That was going to be a problem for future me.
Well, future you is now you, so...
Yes, I guess it is. I had not really gotten further than once Lothram is acquired to make sure that their southern border is secured against the ravening hordes of the undead led by maniacal maniacs. But it appears that we might need to go on the offensive. So what is... You said that there was no set timetable.
We were not given a specific timetable, no.
And what was the nature of the promise? Was it...
The specific promise that we made was that essentially to knock him out of his position as the most powerful duke in the duchies. So, easiest, most direct way, obviously, would be to kill him and break up his little empire that he's built for himself. But if we could break his power apart some other way, that would also suffice. So I was thinking that being the rising power in the area, it would be in the interests of Bosmar to start making alliances with some of the dukes in the area and start incorporating them into our own noble hierarchy, as it were.
Well, we certainly could attempt to build off of Lothram's pre-existing relationships. I don't know what those are necessarily. I would need to...
Mm-hmm.
I assume I can speak about that with King Lothram once once the marriage is finalized.
Yes, this all assumes the marriage gets finalized and everything. So that would be still my top priority, if you're taking my advice.
Yes. Hmm. I fear this is something that I need time to think over, but I'm not sure how much time I have to think it over.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am worried about you remaining in the city while there is this nebulous threat sort of festering against you.
Sure.
But I'm not sure if I should leave either, considering the state of emergency, but I have also been considering making a trip to Lothram as opposed to sending letters.
Mm-hmm.
She sort of just rubs her temple and is just like, oh, things are going so well.
I mean, things are going well for you. Your brother, not so much, it seems.
Yep.
If a
Isn't
trip
that
to
sort of the
Lothram
point?
to seal the deal of your marriage is what's required, then I would say let's go. Unless your brother is going to try and, you think, directly try and commandeer us as some sort of reparations for imagined sabotage.
I don't think he would. Definitely think Marquis Velikanth might.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are technically were one of his subjects, and though you are now technically part of mine, that's always been a bit of a murky thing of royal knights have sort of shared in the glory of where they came from as well as where they are serving now.
My house is dissolved. I have no connections anymore.
It is, which means you are a commoner under the care of House Velikanth. It's only a technicality. It's not something that has come up necessarily, and almost never in a bad way.
Is there
It's tricky.
Is there any way to, like, officially move my residence to Norest or something like that? Like, we're not serfs. We're not tied to the land, are we?
It's not typically done, mainly because... So, typically, being chosen as a member of the warband for the royal house is a great honor, and the Marquis want to share credit for producing such an individual to aid the royal family. So, in that way, removing you from his sphere would be seen as almost as much of a slight
Right.
as whatever else is brewing.
Right. Well, he can't give me orders if I'm not here.
Oh no, he can't give you orders. That is not what I'm worried about.
Right. Well...
That hangs in the air a little bit.
We should, Is there any way we could meet with your brother without him, Velikanth, being present?
I can let him know that I wish to speak with him now, and since word might not have reached him that you are here yet, hopefully, then maybe if he came himself, he would only come by himself.
We did come straight here.
You did, and I'm not sure if the gods have been notified to tell him or not.
Sounds like we should speak to the
Again,
guards.
we try to limit that amount of underhanded subterfuge for propriety's sake.
I mean, I would assume that somebody is making their way to tell him soon, if not already. So...
Perhaps.
Perhaps...
She rings a bell. The servant sticks her head in. It's like, If you could go please request that my brother come here. I wish to speak with him about a private matter. The servant sort of like nods, and closes the door, and walks off.
Okay. So yeah, I'm here to back your play, whatever you decide. You're the, well, not the sovereign yet, but you are in
No,
charge.
not yet. Oh, this is all very complicated and very frustrating, and I think a few weeks ago, there was no momentum in any direction whatsoever, and now everything is going incredibly quickly.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens until everything happens, yep.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, other than those exciting things, how was your trip?
It was quite enlightening. We actually, I didn't get to tell you about the circumstances under which we met the senators and had some discussions with them.
Oh,
As
no,
well.
please. I'm very curious how you're able to pull this off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna explain about how we got into the party because we got invited by the senator, and then how I was talking, basically convincing all of the senators that it would be a good idea. I'm trying to remember. Have we told her about Galahadrin's whole deal with people trying to get him married in the Fey realm?
I don't think you have, because there was that dead guard.
Okay. So I'll leave the whole thing with names getting stolen out. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I went around and I convinced the one senator, and I used that senator to convince another senator, and then all those senators convinced more senators, and it was just a cascade at the party. Um, and we even I'll mention, I guess, that we saw the Regent Lord, and I'll try and sidle up next to Galahadrin while I'm doing that, and try and like give a more accurate account of how I felt about it.
Okay. Let's get a persuasion check.
Okay. And I'm trying to not do the thing where like I get magically compelled.
Mm-hmm. It is not as bad as it was the last time, but you still definitely feel yourself go a bit like off your mental script.
Okay. I'm gonna mention that after I get done with the, like, once it releases me.
Mm-hmm.
And um so does it look like it's affecting her?
She looks very taken with your description. It's just like, oh, I wish I could see him. I have heard so many wondrous things about him, and just even sounds like you only got like a brief glance from far away, but such a marvelous figure. Oh, and she
Yes.
just seems like completely enwrapped by the description and everything. It seems like a good vent for all of her stress to just wallow in this
Yeah.
description of the ball. She
Before
is
you
living vicariously through you.
before you get too excited, I do need to mention that um his presence did seem to have um a mind affecting effect attached to it, which also
Well, this certainly sounds like it.
yeah, but like literally, like not just like he's very cool and persuasive, but like literally like reaching into your brain and making you feel a certain way.
Uh, Go ahead and make another persuasion check.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm,
Abel, you
I'm gonna
know as
use
better than anyone else. A lot of people pay good gold for that sort
I'm
of
gonna
thing.
use my lead by example so I can beat my
Mhm.
own DC that I think I just set.
Yeah. She still makes that quip and like chuckles a bit, and it's just like, oh, you're not making a drugs joke. Oh,
No.
hmm.
Um, And I think it's contagious.
Well, I will keep that in mind.
If you tell anybody about the party, keep a close eye on your mental state. And actually, that goes for the rest of you guys in the party as well. I'll turn to the war band. Something's not
Ooh.
right.
Does anybody else have a response to that?
I trust him.
All right. But yeah, she sort of nods along, tries to process that, doesn't really have as much context as you have had, that the world is weirder than she imagines it to be. But before she can fully sort of process that, there is a knock on the door. It is opened, and the prince comes in. He's like, "Yes, sister, what did you need?" "Oh, You know, I really should have thought this was where you were going. I'm not sure why I'm surprised. Hello, Abel, Alina, uh, Phelan, Marrow, Galahadran. How was
Yeah, hi.
your trip to Avency?
Quite productive.
Eventful.
And eventful, yes.
Good, glad to hear. Was there something specific you wished to speak to me about, Amelia? And the princess will just say, it's like, "No, you just asked me to let you know when Abel was here. Here he is. We are going to try to leave soon for Lothram before anything can occur while we are here." I don't even see a player. I just see a blanket. What are?
It's Pips. Tika.
Oh, in the.
Tika got sleepy and had to go to bed, so
Gotcha. Okay.
we've got Pips sitting in the blanket there.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah. uh. Oh, what was I just saying?
The prince and the princess were talking to each other. The
Oh,
princess was just saying, we're going to Lothram. If you have anything you want to say to them, say it now.
Yes. No, I think that getting out of the city would be the best. I have cautioned the Marquis Velicanth against it, but well, you know how Lucius can get sometimes, and his son is not feeling that he has been treated fairly by Abel. Let me just say that. So if we can avoid that, that would be great. He sort of looks at you and is just like, "For the record, Abel, I do not think that you actually had anything to do with this business with Hinsworth. I know that Alina has not been in contact with her brother, mainly because she is trying very hard to be. Uh, uh, and I am also aware of the crimes that your uncle committed, and that you were not responsible for his punishment and such. So,
That's good to hear.
Unfortunately, a ruler does not necessarily always have full control over his subjects. So,
Well, we will do our best to stay out of your hair and let you prosecute your war as you see fit.
I appreciate that for what it's worth. I heard of what your victory against the Knolls at Fort Cairgard
Yes.
would say. If you are willing to sort of try and prove your loyalty to the cause, there might be a different front to send you rather than Lothram. If my sister would acquiesce, it would do wonders for mollifying the harsher voices in my faction if we wish to keep the peace, so to speak.
And what front would that be, Your Highness?
Well, I imagine if Hinsworth has a warband of Iron Wolves leading their charge, then a similarly martially proud warband of Bossmar should be set out to meet them.
Oh.
sort of looks at you all, looks at his sister, who also looks to you all, and just they kind of both are giving you the looks of just like, yeah, this is now your call, because neither of them can really wants to countermand the other.
Oh, I see. Is this the Mass Effect you have to pick
Kinda.
moment? Yeah. Okay.
You are, I will say, you are directly in the service of the princess, but there are definitely extenuating circumstances where she is not going to force your hand to listen to her on this one. So,
right.
And I do need an answer before next session so I can plan.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think about where we could do the most good. Because I'm not sure how much effect we'll have. Well, I'm sure we could find something to do if we're at Lothram. There would be some problems we could solve. The Iron Wolves haven't actually like attacked Bosmaran forces yet, have they? Or are they just like they're on the front lines now? They're actively fighting.
Are you going to ask that the princess? Nobody's told you like really up to date. The prince is going to know the most up to date information.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll ask him. What's the situation on the front line look like?
Well, we were able to keep. Yes, both sides were kind of digging in for a while, waiting to see what the other would do. But I have received a report that there has been a break in the line as the Shieldbreaker warband has sort of begun their incursion into what was formerly occupied Colmar. And the Shieldbreakers, you would know as vets. The Iron Wolves are what Xeris calls all of their mercenary warbands, the specific warband are the Shieldbreakers.
Right, that's the one with Eilena's brother in it. Okay, so our mission would be to basically be the shield against the Shieldbreakers.
Yes, which would also go a good way towards making it clear where Alina's loyalties lie.
I guess Abel is going to look between Eilena and the princess and say, well, it wouldn't.
And I'm not going to force you to go if you do not wish to embroil yourselves in this. I was not the one who directly hired you, but I will say that if left with only the forces I currently have at my disposal, I will need to meet the shield breakers with Sir Barcroft's warband, and I do not think they're up to that task.
Is that out of character? Is that the one that we beat in the arena?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to send them to... Alina will find... Alina's been sitting here, sort of taking all of this in, and she'll lean forward. It would not be... If my brother has made such a name for himself, I do not feel comfortable sending him what unfortunately be his death. And she is visibly very about. I understand why it appears that Abel and I must prove our loyalty. I cannot say that I relish the idea of seeing my brother in combat on the other side of combat.
The two twins nod at you with understanding.
Yeah. I will point out, though, that this merely replaces one kind of impropriety with another, appearance of impropriety with another. If we were the ones to confront the shield breakers and stabilize the lines, we are still in your sister's service. Would this not then raise questions as to whether or not you, should you triumph in your competition, would this not raise questions as to whether or not you were actually able to do it on your own, so to speak?
Make a persuasion check to word that in a way
That's not insulting.
Yeah.
That was not just the biggest fuck you.
I mean,
he sighs a bit.
I'm just pointing out that, like, I mean, yeah, it'll prove that we're loyal, but it's also the princess cleaning up the prince's mess.
Abel, in all honesty, with what I have heard about your successes with the Marquise of Lothram, I'm not sure that I would win this bet regardless, even if Kingsworth was not involved, with the pace that the conquest had been going. At this point, while I would, of course, love to have won that bet, the reason that we made that bet in the first place was to avoid the fate that was thrust upon us when our parents were killed. I will not see this kingdom fall into civil strife. That is my main priority now. I have the misfortune of now having to make sure that our Western forces who are in occupied territory are not annihilated by a quickly advancing enemy. Because even if I am not king, those forces will still be Bosmarin.
Alright, as long as we all understand each other, I think we should go and stabilize the Western Front.
I think so.
So,
as much
with your leave, Princess.
She sort of looks at her brother and is like, with the understanding that they will not push further, and that if they are the ones who end up claiming all of Colmar before Lothram has been included in Bosmar, that I will still be the victor. And he just sort of rolls his eyes and is like, it's basically what I just said, sister, but yes, I agree. She just smiles a bit. It's like, then yes, go with my blessings. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I know this was a very unreasonable request that you did not deserve to have thrust upon you, but these are the times we are living in. If we are to pick up the mantle of Aventicuum, of the Empire, then these are the hard choices that we must face.
All right. Well, you know, I'd much rather be going to Lothram, but we'll go where we're needed.
All right. Well, guess I could. In that case, I should probably make the announcement. Sister, good day. And he goes to leave, goes to open the door. He opens it and he's like, Lucius, what are you? And Sir Lucius Velicanth, the former fiance of your sister, barges in. Abel looks around, sees you, pulls off his gauntlet, and throws it in your face.
Ah.
May I? Hold on.
What do you want to do? Yeah.
Can I make an athletics to interpose myself?
You can, but it's not going to change the intent.
If he hits me with that gauntlet, it's mine to pick up.
Sure, yeah. Go. Well, like, do you have an ability, or do you want to make a check? Actually, no. You need to make a check. Go ahead and make a check.
I was gonna say, can I just echo it?
Nope. Go ahead. Do you just want to do like an initiative check, or what?
I was gonna do athletics.
Okay.
Can I give her help?
No.
Okay.
I'm so scared to press this button.
I'm going to make a DM call for someone who's not here. Galahadron beats you to it.
Hell yeah, team.
Galahadron catches in the air and just looks at Lucius and just yells before anybody else can do anything, "I accept!" And that's
Boat
where we'll
duel.
end.
Love the mental image of Galahadron and Alina bursting out of their in like athletic prowess, bursting from their chairs, and Galahadron nearly colliding.
I don't want to put words into Galahadron's mouth any more than I already did, although I'm fairly confident that's what Tika would have done. But I like to imagine that Galahadron is very excited.
Abel is already under the table.
So yeah.
Alright, I'll stop the recording here.
There we go.